Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Here at Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
So what we teaching is about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, their history on the earth, and what the Bible has to do with them, right? What's your nationality, bro? Taino Indian, Puerto Rican, right? There we go, right? That name Puerto Rican, that was given to your forefathers, right? They said, now you're no longer Taino Indians. You're not going to speak that language. You're going to be called Rich Port. That's what we're going to call you from now on. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible, right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So the Taino Indians, once they came into contact with the conquistadors, the conquerors, right? They became an astonishment. While they had a rich heritage, they had cities, they had customs, right? They're now just like everybody else. They're at the bottom now, right? There's assumptions made about Puerto Ricans. You must got a knife. You must have stole something. Why your hands in your pockets? Right? Read.
A proverb.
A proverb. This is a wise saying. This is the stereotypes that go around our people. Right? Read that.
And a byword.
A byword. Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. Right? So that's not your name. Right? Your forefathers put a name on your people. Right? According to the Bible, it's the tribe of Ephraim. Right? Borican. Taino. Right? Sometimes Arawaks, right? There was a whole nation of people that had customs and heritage before the conquistadors came and got them, right? But because we didn't follow the commandments, the curses of God came upon us. I want you to listen to this, right? And tell me what this sounds like. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 49, right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Think about the history of the Tainos, right?
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So a nation from one end of the earth will be coming against a specific people, just like an eagle flying, right? When you look at the conquistadors, Spain, their symbol was the eagle, right? Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So when the Tainos came in contact with the conquistadors, were they speaking Spanish? Were the Tainos speaking Spanish? They weren't. See, even the thought that you were bringing up, your history is skewed, because in captivity we've only learned what the conquistadors have told us, right? So now you're confused as to were we actually speaking Spanish? No, Spanish comes from Spain. You had nothing to do with them. They came and enslaved your mothers. They came and enslaved your children, and they said these will make great slaves. Let's get these diamonds out of here and rape the land, right? Let's find that in the Bible. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Right, so if you look down here, right? If you look over here, show them this, right? You good. Right? So these are conquistadors coming up. I ain't trying to yell at you, right? They're coming with their religion. They have children in pits. They have a child right here. They're getting ready to bang against the wall. They don't care if you're young or you're old. This is historical imagery right here, right? They put you in chains. They put you in pits, they burned you alive, right? And they changed your customs. They changed your heritage, they changed your name. These are the curses that we're reading in the Bible. Finish reading that.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land.
And he's gonna take and eat up everything that you developed in that land, right? Puerto Rico is now home to European banks and militaries and all kind of other customs of other people. The heritage of the Tainos is no longer there. All the blood, sweat, and tears that your forefathers built that land up with, another nation is eating it up now. Even here in Hawaii, are you familiar with the Puerto Rican history here? Okay, right? So here in Hawaii, right, in 1900, right, there was a hurricane called San Siriaco, right? It destroyed Puerto Rico, right? So over here, the white man decided, let's bring these Puerto Ricans in, right? Because they know how to work the sugarcane fields, right? We'll pay them less. We'll pay them with alcohol, right? We'll say they're having a great time in Puerto Rico, but it was slavery, right? It was slavery. Your forefathers were brought here to Puerto Rico to lose their heritage yet again, to come to the bottom yet again, right? And to provide all the money needed to develop down there, right? All the sugar that you getting in that milkshake, that comes off the blood, sweat, and tears of your forefathers. Now, do you get a free slushy or something? Anything? No? You understand? You understand? You don't reap the benefits of that. Read that again.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed.
Until what?
Until thou be destroyed.
Now, you know what destruction means? Right? Destruction doesn't mean that you've been disintegrated off the earth, right? It means you now call yourself a Puerto Rican.
Right.
It says the Puerto Ricans now became Catholics. Right? And now some of them don't even know that they're Taino.
Right.
You understand? They be like, I'm Spanish. Now, you're not Spanish, bro. You know what I mean? The Spaniards came and raped your people.
Right.
You understand? That's what it is. That's what happened to us. That's what it means to be destroyed. Right? Like for the so-called blacks, right? If I said, how did y'all get to America? They ain't be like slave ships, right? That's how we got to America, right? Well, what happened before that? Egypt.
Right.
You understand? That's it. We have no idea what's going on. That's what it means to be destroyed. Now we call ourselves black, like that car. That car must be my cousin then.
Right.
You understand? So it's foolishness, and these are the things that would happen to it.
What about, and I got a question about registry. I came across Taino Indian registry.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is that a good thing to go through?
Registry, what do you mean? Like you found your name on the ledger?
No, to actually register as a Taino Indian. Nobody in my family is registered.
Okay, I got you. What would be the benefit of you registering as a Taino? Right, let's find out, right? Because the Tainos, right, even before they would have to come and put their name on a registry to re-register as a Taino, right? Right? If you think about the conditions of the Taino people, right? Because whether you call yourself a Puerto Rican or a Taino, you're the same person, right? Okay, give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Right? I'm gonna find out any benefit. You're gonna find out any benefit that would be in registering or not registering, right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse.
And I want you to understand that this is the curses that God said would be upon his people for breaking his laws, right? For breaking his commandments. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So what?
Shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So if you register, you're just putting your name down for the people that you serve, the enemies that was brought against you, right? So let's find out what that would bring. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst.
So for any food and water that you want, right, you would have to go to your enemies, right? Whether you consider yourself Taino or consider yourself Puerto Rican. You understand? The same benefit applies, right? So for example, right, if I'm coming down on hard times and I need food stamps, I got to go to the city or whatever, and I have to register with them to get the certain benefits that come with whatever welfare. You understand? Right? But the thing is, I'm fulfilling this curse. Right. Anything that I need, I would have to go to the enemies, right? It's not Tainos or so-called black people that are providing food for their own people.
Right.
You understand? If that was the case, Puerto Rico wouldn't be in turmoil right now. Right? We're waiting on the white man to come save us. Give me that in Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4, right? This is what the Bible says. Our people, right, are so destroyed, right? These people right here, that we're depending on the people that have consistently destroyed us to now save us with paper towels and washcloths and stuff. And water. You understand? It's our water anyway. Right? It's our diamonds anyway. It's our sugar anyway. What's that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get that real quick. Leviticus 4 and... Lamentations 4 and 17.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. Right. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
For our vain help, meaning our useless help. It's not helping us. Read.
And our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
So we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We're continually doing that. So if you register or not, right, you're saying that you are depending, or you want an assistance, or you want to be on a select list to receive assistance from the people that was killing you in the first place.
Right.
You understand? People that have a history of enslaving you and robbing you. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 29. If you're just pulling up, we're talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the real children of Israel, according to the Bible.
That's
Right? According to the Bible. Let me show you another curse right here, bro. What's your name? Arcisco. Arcisco. I'm Ithiel, man. It's good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Right, so noonday, right? Well, it's pretty bright right here. You see the sun right there. If you see somebody walking around like this, right, you would assume, oh man, they're gonna bump into something. They're gonna fall down because they're blind.
Right.
That the Bible is saying that's how we're gonna walk around in life, right? We're trying to find, should I get my name on a registry, right? Should I do that? Should I go to college? Should I do this? We don't understand the path to prosper, right? Other people don't gotta do that. When Chinese men come in here, they got their school set up, they got Chinatown set up, they wanna know where to get good fruit, they can ask their boy, right, and go to their mom's store. We don't have that. We don't have that. So we walk around trying to find the next hustle or the next way to keep our head above water.
Right.
That's a curse. Read that from the top.
Verse 29. And thou.
I want you to really listen to it, right? Thou. When it say thou, it's talking about you, Arcisco. It's talking about you. Read.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
So you'll move through life when it's bright, the path is clear. Other people have been having success by getting a master's degree or doing this or stock, right? But for us, for some reason, it don't work out. It don't work out. We still at the bottom. Puerto Rico destroyed. We in all the hoods, right? Read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed.
Be what?
Only oppressed.
Only oppressed. That's why we get no justice, no peace, right? And when it seems like you should have justice, no peace, somehow magically you don't get it, right? That's a curse according to the Bible. Read that.
And spoiled evermore.
And spoiled. You know what it means to be spoiled? What does it mean to be spoiled, Arcisco? Okay, right, that's the general term, like if you got a kid, you spoil your kid, right? But this means to be robbed, like to get the spoils of war. You understand? So the Tainos, when the conquistadors came, they were spoiled, meaning the conquistadors took all the resources out of Puerto Rico and brought it back to their land, right? That's what happens with us today. You understand? For example, there's a lot of open land in Puerto Rico, right? The military went in there and started using it to test bombs and missiles. Right? You know what happened to us? You know what happened to you? The Tainos, y'all ended up getting cancer. Cancer. You understand? Is that on the news? No. Is that an atrocity? No, you don't hear about it. You don't hear about it because you're only going to be oppressed and spoiled evermore. Your land that was beautiful, so beautiful that conquistadors said, we got to have this land. We got to have these resources. Now it's crime ridden. Now you got cancer. Now it's destroyed by earthquake and hurricane consistently. Now the governors that the white man has set up is hoarding all the resources in a warehouse they just found out. All that time y'all needed water and all kind of resources, right? The people appointed over you by the oppressors said, nah, we're gonna just hide this in a warehouse. Why would they do that? Because you're only going to be oppressed and spoiled evermore. That's what the curse says. So why did this happen? Do you know why? Let's get that. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Everything that we're going to say, the answer is going to be in the Bible. I understood, brother. But you're not going to get these answers. You're not going to get these answers in the Christian church. Right? The Christian church, not the Bible, the Christian church was set up by the people that was banging that little baby against the wall. You understand? See they crosses down there? The conquistadors. Right? They set up these Christian churches, these Catholic churches. But they was not teaching the Bible. This is your history. Your forefathers wrote this Bible. All right? Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Meaning if you don't listen to the stuff that God is saying in this book, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
How many commandments?
All his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now we just read all of these curses, right? So when you look around, you see your brothers, other Tainos, the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native Americans. Those are your brothers according to the Bible, because the curses identify them as the people. We've lost our name and our heritage and our image and stuff like that, but the curses identify us, right? When you look around, none of them are keeping the commandments of God. None of them, right? They've been taught every other way to live on the earth except keep the commandments of God.
Right.
You understand? Why is that? Your oppressors don't want you to know, right? This is what God thinks about you. And you if you gotta go ahead. We're gonna bring it out. Deuteronomy 7:6. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou,
remember, thou, that's you, right? Don't think it's somebody else in a distant land. Don't think it's a white man, right? That's you and your dads. You understand? Read.
For thou,
hold on, let's let them ride by. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Holy means separate. Mean you've been set aside from everybody else on the planet just for God. You're a VIP selection. Right. You understand? You're top shelf. Read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, right? But the earth says that you're trash. Right. The earth says that you belong in the ghettos. Right. God said you're above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
You understand that? Right? So if that's the way he feels about us, why are we in the ghettos? Because we don't do nothing that he says. We're going to the church and hug everybody, but do nothing that the Bible says. All right? You too, brother. And you got a flyer, we got contact information on the back. If you want to learn more, we here, brother. We here. All right? Shalom.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.